You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. What you are is carrying something you didn't even know was there. It's like you sense something is off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. It's that feeling that life is happening around you, but you're not fully in it. You're going through the motions, but your heart, it's somewhere else. You have these big dreams, but you don't move. You make a list and then avoid it. You finally get a free day and you numb out instead of resting. You think it's laziness, but underneath that, it's unconscious guilt. So many of us carry guilt we don't even know it's there. Not the kind where you yelled at someone or missed a deadline. I'm talking about a deeper kind of guilt, almost existential. A quiet sense that something is off, but we can't quite explain it. The guilt of simply being who we are in a world that couldn't fully love us back or accept us unconditionally. We came into this world wide open, curious, innocent, creative. We hadn't yet learned to criticize our bodies, our feelings, or our needs. We hadn't yet learned to judge ourselves or others. We hadn't yet been conditioned to believe that love has to be earned or that we could somehow lose it. But the world we are born into, it was already set up. The people around us had already been shaped by a system that feared vulnerability, rejected truth, and avoided emotion. So even if they loved us, this is what many of us heard or felt growing up. Stop crying. It's unbecoming. Boys don't cry. Girls don't behave that way. Be quiet. Don't talk back. Money doesn't grow on trees. Why can't you just be more like? Maybe they didn't say it outright, but we felt it in their tone, in their silence, the absence, the pressure. We learned that parts of us were too much. So we started to dial our aliveness down. Slowly, we turned away from ourselves, abandoning our own voice, our natural joy, our unique expressions. We become more polite than real, more pleasing than expressive, more conformed than connected. Because the world we entered had these expectations from culture, from family, from the matrix itself. Conform, don't be too much, hide the parts of you that the world rejects. So we dimmed our brilliance, not out of weakness, but as a way to survive in a system that rewards compliance over authenticity. We have these big dreams of success and abundance, but we fear setting the stage for our own success. We say, see, it didn't work. That's not clarity. That's guilt talking, convincing you it's safer to fail than to succeed. We make a list and then we avoid it. We say, it's too hard. But what we really mean is, I don't believe I deserve peace and ease. That's guilt, whispering that struggle is nobler than joy. We get an opportunity and immediately we question it. What if I mess up? That's guilt talking again, saying you're only lovable if you get it perfect. We want to ask for support, but we hear in our heads, I should be able to handle this myself. That's guilt talking, making you feel weak for wanting connection. Guilt doesn't just show up with a name tag. It shows up as hesitation, as overthinking, as pushing people away, as this tightness in your chest you've carried so long, it feels normal. But all of it has the same root cause, a belief that you're not allowed to receive until you've paid some invisible price. That's the lie. That's the illusion. That's the matrix. So somewhere along the way, we started to believe, I'm wrong for being me. I'm not enough just being me. I have to compete. I have to compare just to be okay. These aren't just beliefs. They become the lens through which we interpret reality and navigate change. Unconscious guilt doesn't just live in your body as anxiety, stress, or fatigue. It lives in your perception. It colors how you see everything. Someone's upset, it must be my fault. You rest, I'm being lazy. You succeed, I'm making someone else feel bad. You need space, I'm being selfish. Guilt isn't just a heavy feeling. It's a program, a filter, a false identity, and most of us don't even realize it's running. It tells us you must suffer and punish yourself to atone. You don't deserve joy until you've paid. You're not lovable unless you're perfect. But the problem is you don't know when the punishment ends. That's the ego trap, and it's endless. It keeps you stuck in self-abandonment, in self-judgment, and in self-doubt. It convinces you you're separate from love, from abundance, from worth. Guilt makes us feel like differences are dangerous, that someone else's light or success threatens ours. It teaches us to compare and to compete instead of recognizing others as different faces of the same one love, one energy. It tells us joy is unsafe, that peace must be earned, that rest is laziness, that presence is a luxury. And all of that is a lie. You know, it's like one of those telenovelas we love to watch. So over the top, so tragic, so dramatic, until it becomes your life. Then it's no fun anymore. So what do we do with this guilt? We don't fight it. We must look at it. We must feel it honestly without shame or judgment. Because guilt is like knotted energy in your body. It's not just a thought or a pattern of thought. It's an emotional pattern, a strategy your younger self developed to stay safe. And even if we know intellectually that guilt doesn't serve us, we still carry it. Why? Because it's unconscious, and we keep guilting ourselves for feeling guilty. We judge the judgment, we shame the shame, we get angry for being angry, and the cycle continues. So what's the way out? It's cleaning, it's self-forgiveness, it's returning to the part of you that was never broken. You're forgiving the unconscious part of you that's still stuck in fear, not to fix that part, but to gently return it to love, to openness. Guilt isn't the enemy. It's a misunderstanding, a misunderstood form of protection. It was trying to keep you safe in a world where it didn't feel safe to be yourself. And so now we can release it. We can clean the perception. We can clean, clear, and release the memory. And here's where Ho'oponopono comes in. Not to fix you, because you're not broken. Not to fix the past, because the past isn't here now. But to clean the belief that says, you must suffer for love. You must earn your worth. You're wrong for being you. So say the words, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say it to the child within, to the part of you that thought that being seen was dangerous, to the belief that your light and your success and your joy makes others uncomfortable. You're not lazy. You're healing from generations of guilt. Joy is not a reward. It's your natural state. You're not here to carry guilt. You're here to carry the light. So if you feel stuck, if life keeps stalling, pause and ask, is this guilt talking? You don't need to do more. You just need to remember. Self-inquiry is not about fixing yourself. It's the light that cuts through the guilt, the surgical tool that dissolves the illusion of victimhood. And what it reveals is the part of you that never needed fixing, the one you forgot, but never lost. You are a unique expression of love, not here to compete or prove, but to express what only you can bring. You carry a genius, a talent, a frequency, and a purpose no one else in this world can replicate. That's not ego. That's divine design. Marianne Williamson puts it beautifully. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure, It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. We are all meant to shine as children do. So let that land. Let your light return. Heaven is not a geographical place. It's a state of mind. It's beingness. It's the present moment. The kingdom of God is within you. And I would even go further. The kingdom of God is you. So if this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment and let me know what part hit the deepest. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, because we're just getting started on this journey home. Let's go home together.